I'm making this video for a person that finds themselves in a very particular situation. You're using one of the Lectron Vortex CCS to NACS adapters. You've connected your car to a Tesla supercharger, and now you can't get the adapter unplugged. What do you do? The thing to do is first, don't disconnect this from your vehicle yet, because you're going to need that vehicle for some backing. What you have to do is, before pressing the unplug lever, go ahead and grab onto the cable and start applying a little bit of force in the direction of your vehicle. That's why I say to keep this connected, so that you have something to press back a little bit. While you're pressing in that direction, then press the release lever down as far as it goes. Once you have that pressed as far as it goes, then you can pull in the other direction. You might have to give it a little bit of force, but that's what you may need to do in order to get this disconnected. For those that are wondering how this situation came about, this is the second version of this adapter from Lectron. The first version was actually a little bit loose. You could disconnect the Tesla adapter without having pressed the lever. That's potentially a dangerous situation. So they made some corrections, and in my opinion, they might have overcorrected a little bit, because with the corrections, it's actually pretty difficult to get the NACS connector removed. I don't know if they adjusted their tolerances or if they made that spring a little bit stronger. I tried plugging this into a vehicle not too long ago, and I found myself in that situation. It took me like 20 minutes before I successfully got it disconnected, and I talked to Lectron about this. They gave me the information on how to get it disconnected. Now, some of you might also wonder, why would you be using this adapter instead of using the one that's available from Tesla? Well, the key thing to look at is availability. Yes, Tesla is producing them and is distributing them along with Ford, but my understanding is there's a supply chain issue, so they're not able to produce these high enough to keep up with the demand. So some people are going to third-party adapters. There's this adapter, and there's one other one, which I think is called the AZ2 Typhoon. And the key thing that they have over the Tesla adapter is that they're both available. One of the key disadvantages with those two adapters is those are not approved for use with the Tesla supercharger. At this point, there's no third-party adapter that is. And according to the Tesla supercharger terms of usage, it tells you that any third-party adapter, and that is any adapter that did not come from Tesla or did not come from the car's manufacturer, is not approved for use with the supercharger, and that is prohibited. But that said, I can understand why some might be turning to third-party adapters, because that's what they can get their hands on. Thankfully, I'm not in a situation where I usually need to use public charging. I've only needed it once, and that was, I believe, 6 months ago. Other than that, I've been able to charge from home. But for those that have electric vehicles that need to move around a bit, they might have gone ahead and gotten one of these just so that they have an option, or just to have one in case of an emergency. If all goes well, I should never have to use mine, but just in case, it's staying in the back of my car with a spare tire. Hey everyone, I am making an additional comment in post. I had taken a break and I was watching TV, and while I was doing that, I was playing with this, fidgeting with it, plugging it and unplugging it in. And after I got done, I came back to it, I noticed that, yeah, I can now, there's still some force that's needed, but I can pull this in and out a lot easier now and a lot more successfully. I had done a lot of inserts and disconnects, and it seemed like after a number of them, this gets a little bit more loose, at least in a good way. Or to summarize that, your first connect is going to be your worst connect. It looks like it starts to get better from there. Sitting, plugging it in and unplugging it while I was watching TV, that's a lot of connect-disconnect cycles. So if you're using this out in the wild, it might take you a bit longer in order to get to that point. If you get one of these, I would suggest also going ahead and getting some type of Tesla adapter, which is what the Tesla drivers would use whenever they're trying to connect to a CCS system. This is about another $20, $25. And try connecting yours and disconnecting it a few times. Yes, that is additional money, but I think it's worth having one of these. One, just so you can see whether or not you're going to have a hard time with your adapter before you get out in the wild and have to consider abandoning it. And two, it improves the experience. So I hope this was helpful to someone. If it helped you out, do let me know in the comments section. I'll talk about the adapter more in another video, but I wanted to go ahead and get this one out first, because I have seen that some people have gotten there stuck at the superchargers, and in a few cases they've just ended up having to abandon them there because they had no way of pulling them out. Until next time.